don't even know how to start this.
Holy shit. I think that has been our longest hiatus ever.
You know, I think so too.
2 months? What day is it? We're recording
June 3rd.
on June 3rd. 2 months.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when's the last time we recorded? March?
Oh my God. Well, technically 3 months now then,
Well, end
right?
of March. So about 2.5. Almost 2.5 months. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Gemini Archives.
Holy fuck.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Did these bitches fall off the face of the earth? What happened?
What happened? There is a lot that has happened since the last time we recorded.
I mean, where do we even start?
Well, do you want to get the depressing shit out of the way?
This whole episode is probably going to be depressing, so sure.
Okay.
Let's just do it.
At the end of April, we had to put down our cat Frost.
I hate talking about it.
I hate it too. It just happened so suddenly. He had congestive heart failure, and within a couple days he was gone.
So here's what happened. When we got Frost, initially, in 2012, I think, he had some kind of breathing problems as it was. He would cough a lot, he would wheeze, and we thought it was asthma for like a long time. And it turns out it wasn't asthma.
Yeah, turns out he had
After
a heart
all
condition.
these years, we went to the same vet and they just nothing, you know? It's very easy to like mistake it as asthma when it's really, it was, what did they say initially? Cardiomyopathy or something like that?
Cardiomyopathy.
And yeah, it just, I mean, back in January, he had a bad cough and we took him to the vet after like a year or so, like a couple years.
Yeah.
You know, we should have taken him sooner. I think that would have prolonged it, like his life a little more, but we're just like, oh, well, he just coughs sometimes. It's probably just allergies. Listen, if you have a cat that coughs and wheezes, take him to the vet immediately.
Yeah.
Don't wait on that shit, because we did, and now I regret it.
Yeah.
Because we thought it wasn't a big deal, but that's a huge deal. So back in January, he had a pretty bad cough, and we took him to the vet, and they gave him a shot and everything, and put him on...
They said it was an upper respiratory infection.
Yeah, and they put him on, like, oxygen and everything, and he was fine for, like, a few months, like, literally until April, you know? Mm-hmm. And, like, the week before, maybe about a week before he died, a few days, his breathing was shallow.
Yeah, like, he was sitting there, like, shaking, because he was just... It was labored, and even my mom was like, all right, we have to go. We can't just ignore this.
Yeah, and because of all the coronavirus stuff going on still, we couldn't even go in the vet. We had to take him to an emergency vet about 20 minutes away, and they kept him there for like a while, for a couple days, you know? Well, not overnight, but like we brought him there one day, and then he had to go back like another day because his breathing was so bad. Mm-hmm. And the last time they took him, like, they kept him there all day. You know, they had to shave part of his paw off, or his leg, because they had to, you know, put an IV in him and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that'll grow back. It'll be fine. But it was the last day I saw him.
Yeah, and then when he came home, he just could barely even walk. Mm-hmm. You know?
He was just laying everywhere. And
yeah. He was, like, trying to... You know, when they say cats are about to die, they go and, like, find somewhere, like, away to like hide or whatever.
Yeah, he was like going into like dark corners and just trying to get away from everyone pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, like, my mom went to go find him and he was just behind the door, just out, you know? And she's like, this is not good.
Yeah.
So she had to do like something for her job, and my dad had to take him to the vet. And I called him while he was driving there because I woke up and saw that because we have a carrier for him.
Yeah.
And it was in the living room, and I saw the carrier wasn't there. So I'm like, oh my God, what happened now? So I knew something was wrong. I'm like, this is not good. This is not going to end well. So I called my dad, and he's like, I don't know what happened. Like, he just wasn't moving, and like, he's meowing now, but I don't know. And, you know, he was like freaking out. I was freaking out. And then literally 30 minutes later, I get a call. Well, my mom comes running, like sobbing, and they had to put him down. And my dad was the only one who got to say goodbye to him. So That was hard as hell to go through after a month prior losing our grandfather.
Watching him slowly die. Mm-hmm. I mean, we love that damn cat. I wanted a cat in the first place because I have depression. I'm just going to fucking come out and say it.
As do I.
And they say animals help, you know? And sorry if you hear the noise outside.
I know.
Trying to be serious, and everyone on my street is a fucking moron. But I'm sorry. Yeah, so I wanted a cat because I'm like, well, maybe I'll help. And goddamn, did he fucking help.
Yeah.
You know, a lot. And, you know, it just sucks not having hair. I mean, we still have Picasso.
Yeah.
She's been a blessing.
Oh, my God. It's been so hard for her, though, because she was very close to my grandpa, and then her and Frost were just starting to, like, really connect, you know?
Yeah.
Be really good buddies and everything, but she lost both of them.
Yeah, she'll go, like, sleep in his bed. She still cries by the door and looks for him sometimes. And
yeah.
Yeah, she took it the hardest out of everyone, yet she knew him the least amount of time.
I know.
So...
That's true.
It's weird. I've never had to deal with a grieving animal before. I didn't even know what to do.
I know.
You know?
But I guess the best thing to do, from what we read, is don't over baby them. Like, you know, love on them and everything, but don't reward, like, that kind of behavior.
Yeah,
you know?
Don't let them think that, oh, if I'm sad, then that's good.
Yeah.
Because then they'll never get better. But... we're not going to spend the entire episode sobbing, but we're just letting you know like what happened. And
so that really that took a lot out of us.
Yeah.
It was like literally the dead end of April when he passed away, like April 29th, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think what broke me the most, because we have his ashes now. Mm-hmm. So about a week later, we got them back, but they took a little clay imprint of his tiny little paw.
Yeah.
And we have that forever now. His little paw print.
Yeah.
And I just want to make copies of it.
Me too. We gotta I think there's stuff you can do like with clay and impressions and shit.
Yeah.
Make a mold of it.
Yeah.
We could do that. But yeah. So sorry we haven't been exactly, you know,
on it. I know, because like we're like, oh, we have all this time now, but dude, let me tell you, I couldn't even think about doing a podcast going through all that. And then, like, just to get a little more personal, on top of that, I got $230 stolen out of my fucking bank.
Yeah.
You know? I had to deal with that. And then I tried to order a Nintendo Switch. It got destroyed in the mail. I had to get my money back for that. I've been dealing with, like, a lot of, like, just inconveniences, one after the other.
Yeah.
And, like... I still don't have a Switch, by the way. I'm still... Like, our birthday just passed literally a few days ago.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to us. We turned 28 on the 28th. Who gives a shit?
I know. I mean, we had a good birthday, but...
Yeah, no, we did.
I just... So much shit just kept happening. Like, one after the other after the other.
Oh, my... We haven't been able to catch a break. My one saving grace has been... has been Trent. Not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. And, so, I got a man now and shit. And it's great. And...
Megan has joined the Not Single Club.
Yeah. And he actually gave me a song because I asked him, like, what song do I put on the podcast? And he called me. He told me the name of it, how to pronounce it. And I fucking forgot. Like, I'm sorry, Trent. I forgot. Like, how to pronounce it. When we get to it, I'll try. I'll attempt to say it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I started talking to him, and he's been my one saving grace this year. Because all this fucking horse shit, like, I had my heart broken at the beginning of the year. I didn't talk about that on here. We don't need to. I'm just saying. Got my heart broken. I had to deal with all the stuff with Chris. Then the COVID shit happened. Then our grandfather died. Like, it's just been, like,
I know,
one after the other, after, like, consecutively. No breaks.
I know. I'm like, what's June gonna bring? You know? Is Godzilla just gonna fucking roam the earth and take everyone out?
I hope so.
You know?
I
mean,
fucking hope Godzilla's like, what's up?
I know. It's like, sup, fuckers. It just takes everyone out. But, like, I think we'll talk about this, too. There's been a whole bunch of protests going on and everything.
Oh, Lord. I mean, you look anywhere and there's shit about it.
Like, it's unavoidable at this point. It's like a whole, like, movement going on.
It's been a movement. You can't see. Sorry, you can't see that. But Laura did like a a movement. When
I
she said
didn't do that.
Yes, you did. You just did it.
You did I? Well,
Yes.
you did it too. That's why I laughed.
That I was mimicking you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There was a movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did do that with my head. I guess I didn't realize it.
Sometimes Lauren likes to talk with her body.
Well, I have to emphasize things sometimes.
Well, we're also Italian. I caught myself the other day doing this.
Oh, with the hand?
The hand. Everyone knows, like, the Italian hand thing where you put your fingers, like, together. I caught myself doing it the other day, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm turning into my mother.
I do that when I get mad. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? And I do, like, the handshake with it, too. Oh, my God. Especially when I'm driving. Like, man.
It's like, you motherfucker. Yeah, I do it now.
Mm-hmm.
It happened one day. Is this like a rite of passage or something as an Italian?
Probably.
Just one day you turn old enough where you start doing this? Am I old now? What does this mean?
It's like Tony the Italian fairy just came in and, like, waved his fucking salami stick over me. And, like, now I just do it.
And now I'm like, hey, Tone, you know?
Hey, Tone!
Oh, my God. I'm going to fucking jump out a window.
Dude, same.
Dude, it has been a lot going on.
I know.
Because I was like, I woke up this morning, I'm like, you want to record? And Lauren was like, yeah, we should probably fucking do that.
I mean, considering everything going on in the world right now, too, I kind of just want to talk about it. It's a political thing and a social thing, but we're not going to get too opinionated. I just want to talk about what's going on.
Yeah, just because, you know, it's unavoidable at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking literally everybody I know in my life, whether they're close or distant, whatever, has been talking about this shit. And I'm like, we should probably say something. And I know we said we strictly do not talk about politics, religion, anything like that on this podcast. But what are we going to do? You know? What else do people want to hear about nowadays? Nothing. What else are we going to talk about? What else has been going on?
I know.
Everyone's protesting while wearing masks still. It's like the world is going up in goddamn flames.
Seriously.
We got it.
And then there's murder hornets. What happened to those?
I know. Where did they go? Did we get rid of them?
Like,
I haven't seen
we
shit
didn't even
about them.
talk about the murder hornets.
I know.
Just fucking, it's like someone stole King Ramsay's slab and just like, now we're like getting hit with Lotus and just
return the slab. Dude, I'm putting that sound clip in here. I'm freaking everyone out and I'm ruining their day. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Return the slab or suffer my curse.
Sorry.
Anyone who watched Courage the Cowardly Dog at a young age, they're fucking triggered right now.
Sorry. I actually, you know what? I'm not sorry about it. I put that shit in. You're fucking welcome.
Did it on purpose.
Yep.
On porpoise.
On purpose. Speaking of which, I keep having dreams about whales for like the last couple of months.
Really?
Yeah. And not just one kind of whale, but like all different kinds. Like I had one about like a what's it called? Like what's the biggest whale?
The sperm whale, blue whale.
Yeah, like one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I was in some room and it was just like a massive tank. Like it was like 2 miles long.
Jeez.
Like it was a huge tank that this thing was in, and I went right up to the glass and it was like eye to eye with me.
Oh my God.
That was horrific.
I would have cried. Like, that's terrifying to me.
Yeah, I'm not, I mean, I like whales, but like from a distance.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too close, except beluga whales, because they're just like giant water dogs.
Oh my gosh. Like the ones in Mystic Aquarium.
Yeah.
I just go right up to the fucking glass and like headbutt it.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my God, I want to take one home with me.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, how much for the beluga? Like, I'll fucking...
They're so cute.
They are very cute. And I did have one about a beluga the other day. It was funny enough. Like, I was sitting on the back of a beluga and I was like next to like a pier or something. And Trent was there and he was like, get the hell off that thing. And I kept trying to pull him down like, no, you come join me. We're going on an adventure.
My God, like Charlie the Unicorn.
Yeah, Charlie.
We're going on an adventure, Charlie. Anyway.
Oh God, like my voice is shot to shit.
Same.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Hold on, let me...
You have to loop the throat. Cleanse the palate.
Lube the throat.
Yeah.
There are so many places I could go with that statement.
Look, dude, if you go to that place, that's on you and God. Also, I love all this loud noise outside.
I wonder if the mics are picking it up.
I don't know. They've done it before. So,
I hate this place.
sorry about that.
There's nothing we could do. We could soundproof the room, but...
Or we could move.
Or we could fucking move.
Yeah.
So...
Would be another thing.
Yeah. Man, what a time to be alive.
So we've been kind of going through it, everyone, and like I had a breakdown last week. I like reached a point where like it was really scary, and I was like trying to call my boyfriend. He wasn't picking up, and I freaked out more, and like finally got a hold of him, and I was fine. But like, man, a lot of people were scared because I made like this. I don't know why I do this sometimes, but I made a post on Facebook, and I was just like, "Fuck it all, goodbye, I'm done." Like whatever, like a fucking angsty 13-year-old, but like. I never do that, so I was really in a state. And, like, oh my God, people were really worried. But, like, I'm fine now. But it was just everything that was going on. And then I think it was when I got $200 stolen from me. It really just got to a head. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I've been inside for 2 months. I fucking miss my friends, you know. I've been dealing with death. I've been dealing with fucking bank fraud and now all this shit, and like I couldn't get a Nintendo Switch. Like it was like a million things happening at once, and I literally reached a breaking point, and I'm like, I'm fine now.
I think I'm getting there.
But,
yeah, I know. I had to like talk Lauren off a ledge.
Jesus. I know. And I haven't felt like that in years though. I mean, it was really just everything going on. I'm just like, I can't fucking do this.
Dude, I'm surprised I haven't yet.
I'm surprised you haven't either, honestly.
Usually
you've been going through the same thing.
I know. Usually I'm the one, but I don't know what it is lately. Like I've been fine for the most part. Mm-hmm. You know, I did like the other day, but I did have a panic attack. But it was like, I think it was related to something else, like my period. So, sorry everyone, but. Here on the Gemini Archives, we talk about periods and all kinds of fucking great things.
Listen, if you're still, like, freaked out about a period, grow the fuck up.
Lauren just got so real.
No, but it happens. It is a natural part of a woman's life. And if you're a dude who's still, like, freaked out by a period, grow up.
Dude, I know most guys that'll go down on a chick when she's on her period. They don't give a fuck.
I mean...
Earn their red wings, goddammit.
More power to them, man. Like... But if you're just freaked out by menstrual blood and like a mood swing, give me a fucking break. Like, my periods get so bad to the point where it's just like, ugh. It's because of our PCOS, you know. It makes them a lot worse and everything. Yeah. But, you know, it happens.
I know.
Ladies, don't feel ashamed about your periods. You know?
We can't help it.
We literally cannot. Our bodies do that for a reason. So, no need to feel like you have to hide it. Like you can't bleed once a month.
I told you the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me is when I got my period and I was on Rob's bed.
At the hotel?
And it got fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
But I was so drunk, I didn't realize it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, particularly men, when you drink while you're on your period, it makes it a lot more bloody.
Yeah, a lot heavier.
It thins it out.
So I was a mess.
Yeah. Well,
that was so embarrassing. And he hasn't mentioned it since, but every time I talk to him, I think about it. I'm like, fuck, I can't believe I did that.
I'm sure he didn't give a shit.
Well, no.
He probably was initially angry, but then was just like, whatever.
I got this angry text. You fucking bitch, you bled all over my bed. Fuck you. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's because then he had to have like the fucking maid service come and like at like 1 a.m. And come and change the sheets when he just wanted to go to bed. I'm like,
and we were such assholes. Oh my God.
I was such a... Well, he kept fucking feeding me Jack and Cokes. What the fuck was I supposed to do?
I know.
You know? You know what? Should have brought a tampon.
Yep. Well, this has been great.
I
so
know.
Far.
I'm like... Because I'm like, well, we probably have some stuff to talk about since it's been a couple months. Dude, we still haven't cleaned. Remember on the last episode?
Oh, yeah.
We were like, if we haven't cleaned, you have the right to fucking drag us through the mud.
Yeah, please drag us because we haven't done a fucking thing.
I mean, well, I cleaned a little bit, but it's not to the extent that I was talking about where I'm like, I'm going to declutter and I'm going to... No, I haven't done fucking shit.
I know.
Because I've been fulfilling commissions because, well, after we had to put down Frost, we needed help with the medical bills. So I was like...
Oh, and if anyone's listening who actually give us money, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Like, literally, you guys paid for his cremation, so thank you.
Like, that was incredible, you know? I hate asking people for anything.
Me too.
You know, but we're in
But that was so unexpected.
Yeah.
And just all of a sudden that we really did not have the money for it at all.
We were not prepared. So I was telling people, like, buy some of my prints, commission me, do whatever. Mm-hmm. So I've been fucking working my pretty little tail off. Fucking trying to fulfill all these orders.
Right.
I'm tired.
Same. I mean, I did some tarot readings, you know.
Me too, yeah.
And, like, you know, I'm not like you who could just sell things, you know. I have to, like, do tarot readings or
sell your soul.
Sell my soul. I don't know.
Get an OnlyFans. No, don't fucking do that.
Dude, I literally got a message the other day asking me if I had an OnlyFans, though. Or if I modeled. And I'm like,
well, I've been getting asked that for years. People, are you a model? And I'm like, no. What would make you even think that?
I know.
I'm not a model.
Not that I'm opposed to it, but I just don't.
I'm stunned when people say that because I'm like, I do not see myself like that at all. Mm-hmm. You know? But yeah. On Instagram, sometimes I'll get hit up by, like, clothing brands and they're like, we're looking for models, blah, blah, blah. You know?
I know. That's happened to me a couple times where it's like, we want to represent you on our page.
Yeah.
But you have to pay for it. It's like, fucking no.
No.
You pay me, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that happen too, but I mean, like, legit companies. Like, here's our website if you want to apply to be a model, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, cool. And then I never did. But I wouldn't be opposed to it one day. Like, if it was clothes or something, I mean, depending on what they are, yeah, I fucking do it. I'm not opposed.
Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed either, honestly.
If it was, like, fucking, you know, like, T-shirts or whatever, I'd be like, all right, cool, I'll put your shit on. Mm-hmm. You know, as long as you give me some stuff to go home with.
I know. Stop shaking the table.
Sorry.
God flambe it.
I didn't even realize I was doing that. It's because I'm cold. It's fucking cold up here.
I know. I'd rather be freezing than, like, sitting in a ball sack, though.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple episodes we've done where it's like we had to sit like 20 feet apart.
Oh, yeah. We were on the other side of the room. Just,
so hot.
Mm-hmm. Man. This room isn't even 20 feet long.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I had to take a quick survey.
It's about 15.
No.
13?
It's like 13 by 12 or something.
Yeah.
It's not a very big room.
Anyway, the point is,
yes,
we're back now.
We are here.
At least for now. Don't know when we're going to come back after this, but we're going to talk about some shit after we go to a break.
I fucking...
Just get ready. Like, it's just going to be one of these episodes.
You know what? I'm just not even going to hold back. It's my fucking podcast. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. So
yeah.
If you don't agree with me, I don't care.
Yeah.
I always say that. If you agree with me, cool. If you don't, really don't give a shit. So, because everyone has their own opinion.
If you want to just erase me from your life because of a difference in opinion, that's on you and God, literally. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so I'm going to put in this song. I don't know how to say. I cannot remember how he told me to say it. My memory is shit. He called me. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to check my phone really quick. I'm going to see what time he called me. Literally an hour ago.
Uh-huh.
And I cannot remember how to say it.
Oh my God, Megan.
Hold on. I got to fucking find it and see if I can kind of pronounce it.
Here we go.
I'm going to try. I'm sorry, Trent. This is what happens when you date pretty girls from up north. Hold on. Oh, I hope it doesn't start playing because I clicked on the video. Shit. No, I don't remember.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. You'll see. We're going to put them. in the description of this, so you can look it up. This band is awesome. I've learned about them exactly 2 hours ago. Because I asked him, what song do I put in? And he said this. And it's fucking great.
Love that.
Yeah. I was going to put in a different song, but I'm like, no, I'm going to put this one in.
Okay.
So, I don't have much to say about it because I literally listened to it for the first time 2 hours ago. Usually I'm like, it's always something sentimental. It's like, oh, I remember when I was like 12.
That's usually how I do it
Yeah,
too.
I was 12 and I was sitting outside a brick house and all that, like some weird cryptic
So
shit.
I need to put in the song Brick House.
Yeah.
Because of that. Oh my god. The fucking, the saxophone in that song. I can't.
I mean, it's a damn good song. One of these days, I'm just going to play yacht rock on here. Well, we have.
We did one day.
We did Jerry Rafferty.
Oh yeah, and the Beach Boys.
Oh, right. And we did Summer Breeze a lifetime ago.
Oh yeah.
Don't ask me how I remember that, but I do.
I know. That was a couple years ago, I think.
But this band is pretty fucking good from what I have heard thus far.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put them in because that's what my man told me to put in.
Great.
And yeah.
Well, we're going to go to a break. Enjoy the shit. And
enjoy the shit.
Enjoy the shit. And I say that in a general sense, not the fact that there's shit.
Quick side note. Is there nothing better than waking up and taking a shit, though?
I did that this morning. Oh, yeah. It's great. Dude, some shits are just life-changing, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, man. It's like, I'm not even wearing tight pants, and I feel like they're loose. You know?
That happened to me like a week ago. I came out, I was sweating. I'm like, oh my God.
No, I was like, there was a fucking yellow light around me when I came out of the bathroom. I was so happy.
It was like cathartic as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yes.
There is nothing better.
Dude, there's nothing better than a shit that just like, it's like clean at the end. You know what I mean? Like you get all the shit out.
What do you mean clean? Lord,
like,
it's shit.
No, like you wipe and it's clean.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it look like fucking... Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to say.
No, go ahead.
I was thinking, does it look like chocolate pudding on your toilet paper? You know what I mean?
We're going to go to a break.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to put this song
Hope
in.
everyone missed us.
I know, I hope so. Hi, hello. Holy fuck. You know, they're going to come back and be like, oh, they're still talking about shit.
Yeah, it's like they're still talking about bathroom shit. Like, I can't.
Dude, who fucking cares? If that shit fucking bothers you, don't listen to this podcast.
I mean, seriously. Well, we're going to go to a break.
We're going to go to a break.
I'm going to do 20 sun salutations in a row.
I actually attempted that.
My God, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It literally just, I looked like one of those things outside of car dealerships.
Those wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men.
Yes, Lord.
Is that what they're actually called?
I don't think so, but that's what they're called.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
Like, where did I mess up?
You didn't mess up. You said it right. I just
Okay.
don't know if that's their actual name.
Well, it's a Family Guy bit if it's not an actual thing.
I mean, yeah. We're going to I was going to say something sarcastic, and I'm like, you know what? It just left me.
Yep.
I'm going to put in this band that I can't say.
And we're actually going to go now.
We're
doing a Lebanese goodbye where it takes us a million years to leave.
Trent has clocked me on that so many times about how it takes me forever to like say goodbye and get off the phone.
Oh, so is Quinn. 100%. It's like, we just cannot hang up. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's me.
I know, I'm the worst.
Yep. We're terrible at saying goodbye.
Hi, hello, I am the worst. Yeah. But we're going to actually go
Yeah, we're
now.
going. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I just made Megan laugh while she had water in her mouth.
I almost just choked.
Sorry.
Just the way you said that. Lauren's like, say it. Go ahead.
Well, I had to fix a wedgie. So I was like, I just got to fix this wedgie really quick. And like Megan just started laughing.
Well, because she like knows people would just like turn a little. Lauren used like her entire body.
That's an exaggeration. I use like 3/4 of my body.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Oh my God. I needed that laugh.
Yep. We need something a little lighthearted before we go into what we're going to talk about.
I don't even know if I want to get into it. We're going to, but I don't want to. Because Lord have mercy. This fucking shit.
I know. Social media has been like
a nightmare.
A actual nightmare the last few days.
Especially yesterday, everybody posting those black boxes.
Yeah.
It's counteractive.
For anyone, for the 2 people in the world with no TV or internet that don't know what the fuck's going on. Sorry, that's not it.
Oh God, Lord.
But basically, what it is.
Are you having trouble?
I'm sorry. There's a whole movement going on now about justice for the black community, pretty much, and it all pretty much kicked off after a black man was being arrested, getting arrested by 4 dudes, and one of the guys had a knee on his neck, and it ended up killing him, and he had his knee on that neck for almost 9 minutes, and people just watched, and like no one did anything about it, Not that anyone could, they'd probably be shot themselves, but so now there's this whole outrage about innocent black people getting killed by cops and
outrage.
Was that what I said?
Yeah.
Uproar. Sorry.
Outrage.
Everyone's mad. We are all the big mad.
Yes.
So, because this keeps happening and people are just fucking sick of it now. So there's been a lot of protests going on, but the protests have ended up with like people looting and, people coming from out of state or like planned, people coming there just going and causing chaos, and like even during peaceful protests now the cops are like pushing people around and using tear gas. Like we're in a fucking war zone right now. But I will say where we live, all the protests have been peaceful. Thank the merciful Christ.
I know, well, because I saw them kind of barrel down the road the other day and I'm like, this is not going to end well.
Yeah, but everything was fine. Like, and a lot of the cops have been joining in, in the protests and like, walking with people and making it peaceful as well, and good for them. We see more so the bad than the good in the news, but there's been a lot of good, going on from it.
Yeah, so you got to really, like with the coronavirus, take everything you say with or see with a grain of salt. Just because the media wants to terrify you, they're trying to twist things around, they're trying to whatever. They're fueling the fire, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And I see it happening from like a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that dude deserved to die. I don't think anyone deserves to die that way.
Me either.
But at the same time...
And I hate how it's always black people who get targeted.
Yeah.
And it happens to white people too, but it definitely happens more so to black people.
At the same time, a lot of people are all for these riots and all this stuff. I'm not. I'm going to be very honest. I'm
don't for like the
it.
Protest. I'm not for the riots.
Yeah. The looting and that stuff, If you want to go and protest or whatever, cool. Do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't like the argument of, well, they took so much away from us, we have to take stuff away from them. Okay. It's not about the bigger corporation. It's about the people that you're affecting while doing it. The workers and the people who, own those places.
Yeah. I saw an article about they looted some guy's restaurant. It was a black guy, his own business. They went and they looted his fucking shit. So it's not about, white people or whatever. They're just looting whatever the fuck they want.
And it's hard to tell because there's some people who pre-plan this and they go in with the intent to do that. But there's people who just follow along, and like it's really hard. It's like the best source I've seen for like what's actually going on is just my friends on Facebook who have been posting, stuff from like protests and everything like that.
Yeah, like live videos.
Yeah, live videos, pictures, everything. If you want a better source of like what the fuck's going on, just go to like other people's Facebooks and like look, because you'll get a better understanding than whatever the hell the news is posting.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, reporters from CNN got arrested from covering it too.
Good.
You know? And, well, I think the initial George Floyd was the guy's name who passed away, for covering his death, you know, and being there on the scene while he's dying. They got arrested. And, like, can we just boycott CNN and Fox News already? Jesus Christ.
I don't know why people still watch them.
24-hour news network. You know how much shit they have to fabricate to keep a news station running for 24 hours?
Well, exactly.
There's no news for 24 hours. I'd say about maybe 8 hours a day you could get news.
Yeah.
You know? But 24, you're really stretching and pulling things and twisting things around. It's like when you dig deeper and deeper in shit and shit starts to like get all combobulated after a while. Like that's what these people do, and they instill fear in other people, and it's ridiculous. It's like that's why I don't watch the news.
I don't watch the news just because for that reason too. Like everyone has their own fucking hidden agenda. They want this and blah blah blah. You don't even know who to trust anymore or what you see because I mean I saw, you know, an article about they lock some people in their home and set their home on fire and then some other shit, whatever. It's just lunacy what is happening. It is lunacy. I understand the want for equality, you know, and the want to just, dude, don't be an asshole to someone just because for how they look. I get that, you know?
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, though. So this happened how many decades ago, too?
Yeah, in the 60s.
In 60s, in the 90s. If it really worked, this tactic, wouldn't it have stopped there and this wouldn't keep happening? That's what I'm saying.
There's been progress, but it hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And I don't think... Because that's what they say insanity is, doing the same thing but expecting a different outcome. That's literally being insane. So what are they going to prove by looting, destroying, fucking doing that? It's not going to do anything. If you really want a fucking change in the world, you have to just fucking be it. And that's what I always say. If you want to, you know, if you want more kindness in the world, then be kind. It may just be your own personal life, like your world, but in your life, you will have kindness and you will have peace and respect.
Yeah. And do you know how contagious that shit is, though?
Yeah.
You think coronavirus is contagious? Kindness is way more contagious than that.
Yeah.
Go, like...
Okay, quick side note. Is it over? The coronavirus, like...
I know, everyone's out protesting with masks on.
Yeah.
It's like, is it... Do we have to bring a mask or a brick to a store? I don't know what the fuck to do anymore.
I know.
You know?
Like, that's the world we're living in right now. But anyway, yeah, like, that's what I always say, like... And that's why I don't take these long fucking stances and stuff, because I feel like... And these people, too, that are posting, you know, Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. I get it, but at the same time, what that does, and I don't know if a lot of people realize that, it takes the attention off the principle of the matter, and it becomes about you. You know what I mean? When you post, I stand with blah, 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 you're saying I. So you're talking about yourself. You're not talking about them.
People are selfish.
That's what it is. It's a lot of showboating. And that's why I don't post about it online. And then people get pissed because they're like, well, you don't care.
Well, because silence says everything. Like, if you're silent, you're on the opposing side. How do you fucking know that if I didn't say anything?
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to say something I've never said before, and I'm just going to go put it out there. I donate to charities all the fucking time. I don't have to tell people about this. I just do it. Because when you donate... You're not expecting anything in return. You're doing it out of the kindness of your heart.
Yeah.
What is the fucking point of me donating, going on Facebook and being like, today I donated to blah, 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 and you should too? There is no... I've been seeing people do that shit like, well, I don't have that much money, but I still gave. It's not about them then. It becomes about you and making yourself look good. I cannot stand that shit.
I can't either. It's like people are so in their own fucking head about themselves, and... It's not really about them. It's about how they feel about an issue.
Yeah,
and their feelings.
That's why I always choose to not voice anything religious, political, whatever on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't become about the issue. It becomes about me and my thoughts and my opinion. That's not why I'm here. Like, if you want to message me like one-on-one and talk about it, I will more than happy tell you how I feel about certain things. But when I'm putting it out there to the public, it suddenly becomes about me and my ideals and not the subject of the matter.
The only post I put about it, and it wasn't even about my thoughts or anything about what's going on. It was about, because I lost 2 friends the other day because I was quiet about everything going on. And I just made a point to be like, why are people fighting each other in this time right now when we need to fucking band together and make a fucking change? This is exactly what people in power want. They want us to fight each other so they could just keep doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
The most terrifying thing to big corporations and government and stuff like that is unity. So when we give them that, they're going to be scrambling. But if we're still fighting with each other, red versus blue, black versus white, whatever versus whatever, we're not going to fucking get anywhere.
Yeah.
You know? And that was the only thing I said about it. I'm like, I'm so tired of people just dropping people they've known for their entire life, like close friends and relatives and everything, just because of a difference in political opinion. Like, sure, like if they're truly racist and like have hate in their heart, okay, you have that choice. But if it's something that could be worked out and something that could be looked past, don't fucking drop those people, you know? And I also understand if it's someone you don't really know either, that's just annoying you to annoy you, fine. But if it's someone like you grew up with or someone you have high respect for and you click on every other level, but one difference in opinion is going to make you delete them off Facebook, give me a fucking break and grow up.
Yeah.
This is exactly what they want us to do. They want us to divide so they can conquer. And I'm done with it now. Like, I don't want to delete anyone over this shit because everyone's entitled to their fucking opinion. You know? Do I agree with everyone? No. But it's not going to make me hate you or delete you because it's an opinion. You know, people are trying so hard to get others to, like, change their opinions and outlooks about things. But here's the thing. It's an opinion.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can't force anyone to think or do anything. They're going to do whatever the hell they want regardless.
Well, exactly.
You know? So throwing temper tantrums and rioting and doing all this stuff, it's not going to fix it. If anything, it's going to make it worse. Because I look at it this way. Okay, if you're in a relationship with someone, right? Mm-hmm. And your first thought is, I'm going to fix that person. Does that relationship ever fucking work out?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Because you can't fix someone that doesn't want to be changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever you try to help someone out, even if you mean it with 100% good intentions, whatever, it's got to come from them.
Right.
And that's what people don't understand.
There's a difference between fixing someone and bettering someone.
Yeah.
If you want someone to be better, you know, make a few better choices, okay.
Yeah.
But trying to completely fix someone's personality and their outlook on life, it's just not going to happen.
It's like the people that are like, well, I don't like your hair color, so you should dye it this or whatever. That's the difference. That's what I feel like is happening right now. It's, well, you need to read this and you need to blah, blah. I don't got to do fucking shit. If one more person tells me I have to do something, I'm going to go on a rampage. Because one, I have a problem with being told what to do.
Same, honestly.
We have gone over this multiple times on the podcast.
You and I both have a problem with authority.
I just like, not even authority, just like when people try to tell you like you have to do. I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then if anything, it makes me not want to do it more.
Yeah,
because I'm an asshole. So, but yeah, like that's my problem with all of this is that people are going about it the wrong way. They're going about the way that it's always been approached. But that's the thing. The reason it's coming back is because of that approach. We need a different approach.
Yeah.
You know? Fucking setting fire to shit and doing that. It is not going to solve the problem. Yeah. You made your point. I know you're pissed.
Yeah.
That's great. But to be so fucking senseless. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just... And here's the thing. Do you want to know my... Here, hold on.
I'm going to sip that tea before we do this.
You want to know my opinion? Because I'm going to fucking tell you anyway.
I mean, you chose to listen to this podcast, so you're going to get it.
I mean, I have never judged someone by the color of their skin. Ever in my life. I have always had friends of all different backgrounds, and this is the white person thing we got to do. We got to justify it. We got to say, well, my friend is black or Mexican or this or whatever. Yeah. I'm telling you, I have. Some of my favorite artists aren't even white. Chiara Bautista, Mexican artist. She is my favorite artist on the face of the goddamn earth. Mm-hmm. Do you think I give a shit about the fact that she's Mexican? No. Blues Chicken, another artist that I love on Instagram, who depicts bigger women in a very positive way, which I love.
Yeah.
Because
his art style is beautiful.
Yeah, because that just does not happen. One of my favorite artists. Doesn't matter to me that he's a black guy. Does not mean a thing to me. You know? I will treat him the same way I treat a white girl, same way I treat, I don't know, a dude from Yugoslavia. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like, everyone to me, I look at your character, I don't look at your appearance.
Yeah.
Now.
I've always done the same thing as well.
Yeah, now.
What?
The thing that is counteractive to me is that if you look in articles in the media right now, everyone's being addressed by their race. It's counterproductive. Cop shoots white male, black female, blah, blah, blah. They're putting their race before, and making it a known thing. When you bring attention to race, you're adding to the divide, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you really want equality, their skin color shouldn't even fucking matter. Same thing with, people that are gay. Homosexual musician. Why does that matter?
Happy Pride Month, by the way. June's
Happy Pride Month.
we love all of our gay, bi, transgender, whoever friends.
Go munch some box, whatever you want to do. Sorry.
Suck a dick. We don't
Suck
care.
A dick.
Live your fucking life. We love you.
Yeah.
So we support the LGBTQ community here on the Gemini Archive.
I support everyone and whatever the fuck they want to do, as long as it doesn't impose on other people.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I don't care what you practice. I don't care. I really do not care. At the end of the day, it's how you treat me and other people. Mm-hmm. If you're an asshole regardless of what you look like or what you do in your spare time.
Listen, I met people of every color, race, doesn't matter. Every single kind of person you could meet in your lifetime, I probably have met. And there's a lot of them who are assholes and a lot of them who aren't, and they all vary by color, by age, by sexual orientation. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
An asshole is an asshole regardless of what they look or believe. Yeah. So
that's how I see things. I have never in my life.
And I also see it the exact, because that's how we were raised.
Yeah.
That's how we were raised to treat people. Like, our parents are like, it doesn't matter what they look like. Just treat them like a person, like a human being.
I mean, we're also Italian.
Yeah.
And, the Italians have a tendency to hate everyone that is not Italian.
Yeah.
The old school Italians anyway.
Yeah. It's a dying race.
It is.
Or not a race, but like it's a dying generation. There we go.
And I never agreed with that. Like, we have relatives that we do not get along with because they have this mentality.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this ignorant bullshit.
I've seen it with my own eyes. I've had one of my black friends over one time, and one of my relatives is over, gave him the stink eye. That's a true fucking story.
That fucking happened.
I saw racism play out in real time, and it made me even more compassionate to every other kind of person on this planet because of that. It's like, I never want to see that shit again.
Not to mention, like, real racism, it's quiet. It exists in people's homes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, there's some people that are fucking ignorant about it, but like, real racism, at least up here, it's fucking quiet.
Yeah, because you think like Connecticut, blue state, no racism, none of the. It's everywhere here. There's racist fucks all over the place. It doesn't have to be
a blue state.
Yeah, 100%.
Is it? I thought it was a red state.
No, there's just predominantly red areas, but it's mainly a blue state.
Oh, well, whatever.
But like, everyone just thinks racism exists in the South. No, it's up here too. It's just less known.
Yeah, it's quiet. Mm-hmm. It's usually the rich people sitting on their yachts talking about how much they. I'm not going to go there.
Well, not to judge, but let's be real.
Yeah.
Who's really going to be racist? You think it's going to be the person who knows people of all different races, or the people who are so closed off that they only know their little white family and that's it?
Yeah.
And here I am. I know I'm white. I'm a white girl through and through.
Yeah. You should see me dance. We're white.
Seriously. Like, I have no fucking right to say anything about how black people should be feeling at this time. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how they feel. I don't know what it's like to go outside and be judged by the color of my skin. So that's kind of why I don't say much on social media either. Because I don't have experience. Like, I could say shit about being female,
or being, overweight.
Yeah.
Because that was a prevalent part of my life at one time, But
it's as far as race goes, I have no fucking idea what they feel like.
Yeah.
And it's not about me and my feelings right now. It's about how they're feeling. And that's the whole point of this.
Yeah. Because me too. What I'm saying is the reason I choose to be silent about that, it's just because me talking about myself and my experiences is not helping, because it's not about me. I'm not the one fucking dealing with this shit, Yeah. I've dealt with definitely like walking into a store and feeling uncomfortable because I've been eyed up and down by a dude before. Yeah, that shit has happened to me.
Yeah, I'll talk anyone's fucking ear off about that.
Yeah, we've had way too many experiences and encounters with that kind of shit. But
that's a whole different problem that's not even relevant to that.
But that's why I'm saying a lot of people think of it as, well, if you're not doing anything, maybe I'm doing stuff behind the scenes. You don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Don't fucking sit here and make accusations. You're part of the problem. When you sit there and make wild accusations all fucking day like Nancy Grace, yeah, you're part of the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like people don't have anything better to do because we're all stuck inside for the COVID shit.
Yeah. Which, by the way, 20,000 new cases after all these fucking...
Supposedly. You really think people went and got tested within 24 hours and it came back like, oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I think they're just fucking saying that at this point because I've been fine. Yeah. Everyone's been fine. I know people that have been flying and have been fine. It's fucking ridiculous what's happening in this country right now. It feels like a fever dream.
It really does.
Like, I'm going to wake up and it's going to be like 3 a.m. and I'm going to be sweating because I have the window open and it's like 1,000 degrees in the room.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that before?
Yes.
Where you're just like, man, like you're like, I'm going to take a nap, and then you wake up and you feel like it's like a different day.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck? And the TV's on, but it's like the fucking public
access, whatever.
Public access, like some fucking Local 58 shit.
Yeah.
And... you're just like, what fucking year am I in? Like, I feel like that's going to happen any day now. Like, I'm going to wake up and I'm just going to be like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And it's lunacy, And I'm fucking getting really annoyed with people telling me how to think, what to say, what to do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, don't fucking tell me to do anything.
Yeah.
If you're really a good person and you mean this shit, then you would just fucking be it. Not put it on social media to make yourself look all great. And then you go back to fucking your passive aggressive comments in real life.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of these people too. Online, they'll sit there and act like they're fucking kings and like, oh, look at how great I am. I went and I did this, blah, blah. And then in their real life, they have all white friends. They don't fucking do shit.
Yeah.
These people, they're the worst.
I know. It's like, you and I have always just been like that, though, where it's like, we don't have to prove anything to anyone about who we are as people.
No, I feel like I don't have to prove shit. I don't even like this. I mean, a little off subject, but like, I talked about this on the podcast before. I don't feel like I need to prove that I listen to metal. I have shirts that I wear. I have my jacket with all my pins on it and stuff, and whatever. But I don't feel like a lot of the time, I know I fucking listen to this shit. What the hell do I got to prove to someone else? I don't give a fuck. A lot of the time, I'm not even going to lie, I'm listening to fucking Mozart anyway.
Yeah.
So, but you know what I mean? It's like the same kind of thing. It's like when you put Black Lives Matter on your fucking profile, you think you're doing something good by raising awareness and stuff like that. And maybe you are, Maybe you mean that and you stand by that and cool, whatever. But a lot of these people are doing it, one, because it's trendy right now, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. Two, they want to make themselves look good and not look like they're, the enemy, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
But that defeats the purpose. When it's false, it's almost worse.
Yeah.
When you're falsely putting out there that you give a shit and that you're this way and that way and, oh, I don't do this, you're the problem. That's why this shit is happening again. Mm-hmm. Because it's not getting resolved. It's just getting media coverage.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing. And it's pathetic, honestly. At this point, I'm disgusted with the state of the world.
I am too.
And how people are handling things like fucking... I feel like... Did you ever have a class in school?
Uh-huh.
Where it's like... it was like all these kids and none of them would ever listen and the teacher would just be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. Like
we've just reached the point of fuck it.
Yeah, like fuck it. We'll just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Fucking civil war. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
Seriously, dude.
But,
like, I just... Getting back to the Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah.
Here's a good way to put it, basically. Like this, because now there's people deleting people on Facebook and Twitter, whatever, because, oh, you're saying all lives matter instead of Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. Here's how it fucking is, okay? We are focusing on Black Lives Matter right now because this is what it's about. Yes, everyone fucking matters. Every person on this planet matters, no matter their race, their gender, their sexuality, whatever. But imagine, like, you're in a neighborhood and one house is on fire, you know? And someone was always like, oh, well, all the houses matter, so we have to put all the houses out, too. It's not about the other houses, it's about the one on fire. That's basically what this is.
Yeah.
So that's why everyone's saying Black Lives Matter, because it's about the black community right now. It's not about all of us.
Yeah.
So, yes, well, we can all agree that every life matters. It's about them right now.
Yeah.
So let them have this, you know? And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I mean, I agree that all lives matter, and they do, you know?
Every single life does matter. But it's just, right now, we are focusing on the black community.
And tomorrow when I get my period, no lives are going to fucking matter.
Yeah, seriously.
Not to me anyway. But, you know, it's insane, like, how people are going about this and how misinformation is just thriving and things are just getting misconstrued and lost in translation. And you know, because even like with the black squares thing, people were posting it not knowing, just thinking like, oh, I'm showing that I support, but then all it's doing is just flooding the internet and taking away from the real purpose of it was to promote black businesses and whatever.
I believe it was from two black men who owned a record label company to show support for like artists or something. I believe that's what it was. Phil DeFranco talked about it in his show. I forgot, but they're the ones who originally like started it to promote like black artists and black, you know, whatever. But people kind of took it as a way of like showing their support for the movement, and now it's pushing all this misinformation, you know, or like all this information down. So we're not getting enough awareness about what the fuck is going on. That's all it is, you know?
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
You know? Bunch of bandwagoners. That's all it is. Oh, well, I'm going to post the square. And then they're like, oh, no way, I'm not going to post the square, you posers. It's like, fucking, this is the problem with the system.
Yeah.
You know? People are so quick to jump on a bandwagon just because everyone else is doing it. Mm-hmm. And then immediately being like, oh, no, fuck that, as soon as one person disagrees. It's pack mentality is what it is. And pack mentality is not going to work in this case. I feel like if you really want this shit to get resolved, you have to be, like I said, you have to be the fucking change. Do it in your own life. You know? Don't expect anything in return. Just be a good person.
Yeah.
You know?
And you could choose to not be a good person either. You don't have to fucking listen to us. But this is our opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
You chose to listen to this podcast. I'm going to tell you what the fuck I think, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's how I see things. Because like it's like a domino effect. Like you said, one person does something nice, another person will be inclined to be nice, and then it just trickles down.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like you ever see those videos of like a guy buys the person behind him their Starbucks or whatever, so then other people keep paying it forward and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
I feel like that is the only way that this shit will start working. And yeah, not gonna lie, there's some ruthless fucking assholes in the world that don't want to change. Let them be assholes. Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
You worry about you in your own life.
Exactly, because when you start to give those people attention, they're getting what they want.
Yeah.
They want to get a rise out of you. They want you to be mad at them, and they want you to, you know, get angry and right in the face or whatever. Some people get a rise out of making people mad.
They're bullies, and they exist on both sides.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that right now, you know?
Oh, yeah, we could definitely agree on that.
Like, don't pay attention to the bullies. The only way they thrive is when you give them that attention. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. It's that simple. That has been my survival tactic for my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, because we got ruthlessly bullied as kids.
Yeah.
And it just, finally, I'm like, I can't even pay attention to this because otherwise it's going to consume my whole day. And then I stopped caring, and I stopped giving it attention, and then they fucked off and went away. It's that simple. That is the way to go about this, I think. I'm just one person, again. But I know within my own life, I treat everyone fairly. I treat them with kindness until they give me a reason not to. It's that simple. People think it's this complicated fucking thing. And yeah, there's fucking assholes like that cop who killed what's his name. You know? They exist. And that's horrible what happened to him. Regardless of what his background was, I don't think anyone deserves to die that way. But when we... I'm trying to think of what my point was there. When we start with us, that's how it happens. You know, I don't think rioting and all this stuff. Protests are one thing. If you're going to go and protest, I mean, people protest all the fucking time.
Oh, can we also agree really quick? Don't bring your fucking kids to this shit, please.
Is that really happening?
People are bringing their kids. It's like, oh, but it's a peaceful protest. Yeah, but you've been watching the fucking news, because I know you've been watching the news. You know these cops are armed and ready to just shoot people and for peacefully protesting. Don't put your fucking kids in the middle of that. Like, young kids. Like, I'm talking under 10. You know?
What the hell is wrong with people?
I know, people bringing strollers to this shit. Like, leave your fucking kids at home. For God's sake. They don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
If you want to teach them at home. They don't need to be involved with all that noise and all that shit, because a lot of them have gone bad. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
You know, there have been peaceful protests, and thank God, but there's a good chunk of them that were really, really bad, that ended poorly.
I guess they're still going on in, well, it was Boston, and now it's Brockton.
Yeah.
I think. Matt was telling me the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
yeah, there was ones in New Haven, and there's all over the place.
In New London, too.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
They shut 95 down. And people were on 150 people on the highway. Yeah, and also, I don't like highway protesting. Let people fucking drive, please.
What does that prove? You don't know what those people in that car believe. They could be on your side, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you know?
I know, it's like, get out of the fucking road.
Apparently, in some places, you could just run their ass over and it's fine. You don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because they're causing a disturbance. People got places to go. Like, what if someone was on their way to the hospital and it was life or death? You know what? Like, they don't know. They don't care. Oh, yeah. I'm going to prove my point. Well, then you're going to get your ass run over.
I know. Like, just be smart about protesting,
yeah,
please.
If you're going to protest, don't be a fucking moron.
I know. Like, I don't like that, and, like, people just being violent for no reason. But I understand the cops instigated a lot of that, though, because they have curfews, and
right.
If people didn't leave right then, cops would start firing tear gas and all this shit.
Right.
And people brought their fucking kids to that. That makes me sick. It's like, your kids are too fucking young to have a political opinion. If they don't know their times tables, they shouldn't be at a fucking rally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Because they don't even fully understand what they're fighting for, what they're defending.
Yeah.
You know, because I think about, like, when I was 7 or 8 years old, I did not have a grasp on what racism was. I had just read The Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah.
At 8. They made us read that shit really young. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And, like, I was just barely starting to understand what that was. Because I'm like, why would you hate someone for that? I never understood it.
Yeah, kids don't fucking get it. That's
kids
the
don't
thing.
get it.
It's a taught behavior.
Unless they're a kid that has been attacked for their race. Mm-hmm. But even still, it is not smart to bring your child to a tumultuous, dangerous environment. Why would you do that?
Yeah. Oh, because it starts out peaceful, but it could end bad.
Yeah.
It's the idea of it ending bad and putting your kid in danger to make a political point that is just so...
If you bring your child to a protest, go get your head examined. I just did it again, Lauren. I did the hand thing.
I'm doing it too.
Lord have mercy. I'm sitting on my hands. I'm turning into my mother. I'm literally sitting on my hands right now. But you know what I mean? Yeah. Like... This is just madness, what is going on. And if people just stopped feeding into this fucking bullshit they see every 2 minutes, you know? News is updating. Oh, this thing came out. Oh, this, blah, blah, blah.
And here's the thing, too, with the news. I took journalism, so I feel like and I was going to go to, you know, graduate with the journalism degree. So I feel like I have a little bit of, you know, credibility here. Here's the thing. They don't want to put out anything that's accurate. They just want to be the first. It's like, oh, I heard this. We don't know if it's all the way true. Well, I'm putting it out anyways. Like, a lot of modern journalists, you know, don't check their facts.
Not all of them.
That's why you have to really dig to find good. Like, I always watch Phil DeFranco's show because he doesn't report on things right away. He takes the day, he gets all the information that he needs to get from reliable sources, and then makes a video. It's like, yeah, I may not be the first, but I'll be the most accurate. And I'd rather have someone be accurate than quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Quality over quantity, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why I don't follow a lot of the news. I don't follow a lot of shit because 90% of the time it's wrong. Or something's twisted about it. Like, it's kind of right, but not really.
And we've had this discussion before
in
different for different circumstances, but it's corrupt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of corruption in the world. And it's just to make a buck, to be this, that, the other thing. I mean, it's absurd to me how poorly this is being handled. The rest of the world is looking at us like, what the fuck is going on in the U.S.?
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Everyone else has returned to their normal fucking lives without wearing masks and all this shit. But in the U.S., for some reason, we're still there.
Mm-hmm.
I do not understand it. I don't understand why people just can't, you know, be inherently good to begin with. Again, I can't make anyone or say or do anything just as much as they can't make me or say or do anything. But the uproar, the violence, the fucking self-righteous fucking look at how much I love black people posts are not gonna fucking fix this. I'm telling you right now. You know? Sure, it brings quote-unquote awareness. We're well aware that this goes on in the country. But, you know, reacting this way
mm-hmm.
is not going to solve the problem. It's not. It's going to come back. It's going to get worse. That's what people don't understand, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, some cops are scumbags. And here's the other part of it. Some cops are scumbags. Not all of them.
Yeah.
You know? There are good cops out there. When we had the house broken into, when I think we talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah, like a few years ago.
We had the house broken into. The cop that I dealt with was extremely pleasant. He didn't act like it was my fault. It was whatever. And I can hear some people already, oh, that's because you're a white girl and you weren't being profiled and blah, blah, blah. It don't matter. You know? I've had plenty of run-ins with cops, and he didn't make any sexual advances towards me or anything like that, because that's the other thing with cops too.
Mm-hmm.
In some states, cops can just legally fuck whoever the fuck they have detained. That's scary.
Yeah.
I never dealt with that shit in my life with the cops that I encountered. Not to say that it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But it's not every cop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all cops are bastards. And ignorance is alive and thriving in this country. Because I'll tell you what. Not all cops are bastards.
And I feel like people say all cops are bastards because it's easier than saying, like, not all cops are bastards, but the ones we're talking about are.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why it's been going around, you know, just to make a point in a statement. But at the root of it, I know a lot of people don't think that way. And I know, like, a lot of people know there's a lot of good cops that exist in the world.
Yeah.
Especially in our country.
Yeah.
Who are there for the good of people and to help, and aren't there to profile and be malicious.
Yeah. Like,
you know?
I remember when you had that seizure in the hotel room, and we had to, you know, they came and took you and whatever, the EMTs or whatever. And I was sitting on the bed, I was sobbing because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. A cop sat there with me, one of the cops that came in with the EMTs. He sat there with me to make sure I felt better until we had to go. He didn't have to do that. He could have easily just left.
And this is in Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
this happened.
This is Foxborough, Mass. That cop sat there with me, made sure I was okay. He put his arm around me. He said, how do you know, asked me a couple questions. How do you know her? I'm like, well, look at her. She's my twin.
Yeah.
You know, and that cop sat there with me for a good 20 minutes, I want to say, while they were checking you out, getting everything ready, you know, whatever.
I don't even know how long I was knocked out for. Literally. Like,
it was a couple hours.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah. From the minute you hit the floor to when you said you woke up in the ambulance, right?
I remember just starting to wake up when they were wheeling me out of the room.
So that I'd say that was about like an hour.
Holy shit. I did not know. I thought it was 20 minutes.
No, it was like an hour.
Good God.
Yeah, and I was sitting there and I was sobbing.
Oh my God. Oh, now I understand why that was terrifying.
Yeah.
I thought it was 20 minutes.
Nope. It was a while. And that cop sat with me the entire time. He didn't have to do that. Every cop I've ever encountered in my life, even when we got pulled over and stuff.
I know. I've been in 2 car accidents. I had to deal with cops. They were all nice.
Yeah. Here's the other thing, too. I've never been in serious trouble with the law. So take what I say with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Just because I've never, you know, I didn't do anything to have a cop be an asshole to me. Mm-hmm. You know?
And not that black people are always doing things to make cops be assholes to them either.
No.
That's not the point.
No.
Because we know that's not it. And I know cops do profile and it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to make a point that there are good cops.
Yeah. They're just, a lot of them are just trying to do their job. They see you have a record or whatever, then they have to do what they got to do. Mm-hmm. You know? You have 2 DUIs and all this stuff. Yeah, they got to fucking do something about it.
You know, do some overstep their boundaries and make it a bigger issue than it needs to be? Absolutely. And we're not discrediting that at all.
Oh, yeah.
I know some people, white, black, whoever, who have dealt with cops like that, who are just fucking assholes.
Yeah.
They exist. But there's also cops who aren't like that.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel for those cops who are just trying to do good.
Yeah. And it could be the people above them telling them to do the fucked up shit, too.
Yeah.
And they're just doing their job because they don't want to get fired.
Like, you don't know.
Yeah. Trust me, I've had to deal with people like that when I worked as a mortician. I can't even get into it, but...
Yeah.
You know? There are times where I've had to fucking do things I didn't want to do. I'm not going to lie. Some people lied on the death certificates because they got paid more to say they died of one thing over the other. And I couldn't say anything about it because it wasn't my place. But do you know how badly I wanted to march into that fucking forensics office and give them hell? I can't. They're going to look at me and be like, they're there, child. You know? Mm-hmm. Can't do shit. So that's why there are bad cops, but there are also some good cops too. And that's, a lot of people don't want to hear that.
Yeah, because everyone's mad at what happened. And I get it. You have the right to be mad.
Yeah.
Whether you're white, black, Asian, doesn't fucking matter. You have the right to be mad at what happened. And we're not taking that away from you. If you want to be mad, be mad. You know, I'm mad as hell too. That's not fair.
But here's the thing. Acting out, retaliating, acting like a child throwing a tantrum is not going to make it better. I'm telling you right now. You know? 6 months from now, you're going to be like, oh, Megan, you were right. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it's like, well, I was heard, wasn't I? Yeah, but how do you feel after that, though?
Yeah.
Like, you feel good about that? And here's the thing, too. When people act out like this, it gives people more incentive to keep acting like this.
Yeah.
So when the riots started in Minneapolis, where the arrest took place, you know, and the guy died, George Floyd, we should probably use his name, George Floyd. Where he died, you know, and they all started in Minneapolis, it was just like a Target and an AutoZone got burned down and like the police station. Okay. But then it started all over the place. Yeah. It wasn't just Minneapolis where people were out of control. It was all over the fucking country.
Yeah.
Because people saw that and they took this as their opportunity to just loot and riot and be fucking awful. You know? Not protest, loot and riot. And it's just... This is what I mean. It's like when you start rewarding bad behavior, it's gonna keep fucking happening.
Yeah. Well, that's like the same. We talked about this on the show too. It's kind of the same psychology because this is what the news is covering is all the riots.
Yeah.
Same psychology behind serial killers. You know, they see, oh, we're going to put his name out there. We're going to give him fame. We're going to put him on TV, blah, blah, blah. And then it gives other people incentive to, hey, I should go kill some motherfuckers so I can get on TV.
That's exactly, and that's why I watched the Phil DeFranco show too. Please, if you have not watched Phil DeFranco's YouTube channel for the news, please do. It's the most unbiased, factual news source I've ever gone to, and I watch him every day, and I hate the fucking news. So, he will never say a serial killer's name or a shooter's name or anyone, looking for that kind of recognition. He's like, I refuse. And that's why I have so much respect for that show.
Right.
So, and there's, probably other news sources that do it too, but like the majority of them, they want to put that name out there. They want that to happen because it'll get the clicks and the whatever. But then the serial killer, on his end gets the glory, the quote unquote, the infamous glory of being a serial killer. And it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. The system is broken. I think we're well past that, but it's broken. Mm-hmm. And just
it's
watching...
like SpongeBob's brain when he forgot his name.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we're living right now.
Yeah, it's true.
If anyone watches SpongeBob and gets that reference.
But this shit, it's...
Gwen Stefani said it best, dude. This shit is bananas.
It's so fucking true. Like, just every day it's something. Every hour it's something. Yeah. I feel like it's just, it doesn't stop. But when you feed the beast, it just gets stronger, Mm-hmm. That's what people don't realize. It's like, you can't keep fucking fueling the fire for this shit. What has it done so far? Mm-hmm. What has it done? These organizations probably got a ton of money, but what are they going to do with that money? You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They could say one thing and they could just use it to go fucking buy their vacation homes. You have no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everyone just wants to look good online.
Mm-hmm. Man, I feel like this is the most serious conversation we've ever had on this show.
I think it is.
Next to talking about the deaths of loved ones, this is like serious.
This is serious. And I hate talking about this stuff for this reason. Look at how riled up I am right now. I'm like someone rustled my jimmies, you know what I mean?
I'm like a dog who just got its belly rubbed and I'm ready to just pounce, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, and I know some people aren't going to agree with us, and that is totally fine. You don't have to agree with a fucking thing I said.
Yeah, like I said.
Thank you for listening, but you don't have to agree.
Yeah, like I said, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree. I'm going to still have my opinion.
And if you don't want to listen to the show after this, that's fine too. You are entitled to do that.
Goodbye. You can go listen to Joe Rogan or something.
Yeah, but who, by the way, is moving to Spotify now instead of Podbean. Huge.
Excellent.
I'm like, I wonder how much fucking money he got from that shit.
No kidding.
Anyway, you don't have to agree with us, and that's fine. But these are our opinions. This is probably the only and last time we're going to talk about anything related to politics. But it's just unavoidable at this point. That's why we're talking about it.
Man, I feel better because I don't talk about this kind of stuff, but I feel better talking about it.
I know, I do too.
Like, I need to get that anger out of me because, if anything, it just makes me angry.
Yeah.
So, sorry. I'm dying.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
And if you want to have a discussion with us about this too, message us.
Yeah.
Message me or Megan. I would love to talk about this in a message.
Yeah.
But I'm just not going to put it out publicly.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I need to.
And I mean, I know we're kind of putting out publicly by putting up this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, more in depth.
Yeah.
If you want to talk politics or anything like that, we more so talked about the social side of it.
Yeah.
In like the, like that. Not really about the race or politics or anything like that.
Notice how, I'm sorry. Notice how I didn't mention the president once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I did that one time, but that's it.
Yeah. In reference to mentioning the president.
Yeah.
That's the only time we're mentioning him.
Yeah. So, if you want to know more, please.
Yeah.
Please message me. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it, but these are my opinions. You don't have to agree with them. Yeah. I don't agree with a lot of other people's opinions. That's fine.
It's like I can look... Maybe it's just me personally. Like, I can look past that. And
well,
I know for some other people, it's harder.
Yeah, me too.
I get it. But really think about it before you delete someone that you've been friends with for your whole life just because of a political difference. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If it can be worked out, work it the fuck out. This is not a time to be dividing with people that you shouldn't be dividing against.
Right.
But if you seriously know some really racially charged or people with just hate in their heart, yeah, get rid of that person.
Yeah.
Go for it, you know?
You can tell when a person's bad or good.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And if you can't, I feel sorry for you. But for the most part, I feel like people have pretty good judgment when it comes to others.
I would like to hope so.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
want to believe people have good judgment.
I know I have it in my own life.
Mm-hmm.
Better now than I did in the past, I'll be honest. But
I will say I have better people in my life now, and I appreciate you all.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of you listen to this podcast, actually. But
yeah. I have a man now. He's hot as fuck.
Megan has a man. I still have a man. Going 5 months strong almost.
Before I got on the podcast, he's like, tell everyone I'm hot as hell or some shit. And I'm like,
of course he fucking did.
And I'm like, okay, he's hot as hell, everyone. So I'm happy. I'm happy in my own life. You know, I have good people in my life that are respectful towards me and others and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I'm great. You know, I know that's not the case for everyone. And I feel sorry for that. I've dealt with my own struggles too. Not to compare it to anything that's going on right now, but we all struggle one way or another.
Yeah. And I think the whole point of this too, it's not about us right now. It's about the black community and like,
yeah,
you know, being racially profiled at every fucking turn. It's disgusting now and it needs to fucking stop.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about it as far as race goes. It's like, why should anyone's color of their skin, you know,
but
determine
here's the other thing too that I need to emphasize. What's also going to make it not work is when we just automatically respect black people because they're black. That's not going to work either. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because then it makes them feel like they're entitled to just be assholes and stuff like that. You know? That's not going to work either. We're going to respect the people that deserve it and disrespect the people that don't. It's that simple, regardless of how they look like. Because when we give people privilege, too, and I know we talked about white privilege and stuff like that. It's a thing. It sucks. But that's also not going to solve the problem. By giving anyone privilege, not just black people. By giving anyone privilege.
Yeah, Mexican privilege, Asian privilege, doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't work. It does not. It's not going to solve the problem.
Privilege in itself does not work.
We want equality, not, you know,
dominance.
Dominance. You know, we don't want someone to act superior or better than anyone else or seem better than anyone else. You know?
And again, I will also emphasize this. I don't know what the fuck black people go through on a daily basis as far as being racially profiled. Because I know it happens to other races too, but they get it the worst.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking real. They get it so bad. And
they
I
do.
feel for them. But I don't know what that's like.
Honestly, I think white supremacy is a problem too. You know?
Yeah, of course it is.
Like, yeah, it's a thing. And you know what? I think that behavior is fucking gross too. Anyone that thinks they're above anyone else because of how they look and where they come from or anything like that, that's gross mentality. It's gross, you know? So I'm hoping that doesn't happen either, you know? Because it's going to make things no better than someone that thinks they're better because they're white. You know, if you want to break the cycle, you have to fucking treat everyone equal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they don't deserve to be treated. Of course they do. Everyone deserves to be treated fairly unless they do some shit to not have it be that way.
Yeah.
Period. You know?
Like something inhumane.
But because of all this Black Lives Matter stuff, I just hope people don't automatically just, you know, put them on a pedestal or whatever just because they're black. Because that's also taking away from it. It's like, don't look at me because they're still looking at them based on their race. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's still a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. You treat them like a human. Don't treat them like a fucking, you know, a character or whatever. You know, like, treat them like humans. Treat everyone like a decent human.
I'm so sick of the, you know, group of white people with the one black friend. Like, oh, this is our token black friend. I'm tired of that.
Me too.
It's like, she's your friend. Not a token black friend. Like, I've seen that shit before. It's disgusting. It's like, just say she's your friend. You know? Like, every time I've ever mentioned a black friend, I don't say, oh, this is my black friend, blah, blah, blah. I say, this is my friend. Because they are. You know? It doesn't matter if they're black. Like, that, I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. It's like,
Yeah.
don't make it such a big fucking deal
Yeah.
about the fact that you have a diverse friend group. Because, let's be fucking real, it's only black people. You don't say, here's my Mexican friend, here's my Asian friend, here's my whoever, my Brazilian friend. Like, it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
It always happens to black people, and I'm so fucking tired of it. It's like, let's just treat them as equal.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
I mean, I've done that my whole life. Like, one of my best friends for many years, Mecca, she's a black girl, you know? There was no attention to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was just my friend. We were into the same stuff. We dressed the same, literally had like the same clothes.
Yeah.
You know, when we hung out, it's like we were just focused on having a good time and stuff like that. There was never, unless she brought the attention on herself, I never brought it up. There was no reason to. Mm-hmm. Why? It doesn't matter.
I love her like all my other friends.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, it doesn't matter if she's black.
Yeah.
That never bothered me in any sense.
We need more people to get, not saying that my opinion's superior and right, but I'm saying if you want to break this cycle, that's the way to go about it. Because I've never had any racial tension or anything like that in my own personal life.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's how we go about it, though.
Yeah. And I'm saying that's what worked for me. Hopefully it'll work for other people too. I know not everybody thinks like you and I do.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping with all this stuff happening, that's what will come out of it rather than I'm superior because I'm black and blah, 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 you know, because that's not going to work either.
Yeah.
You know, when you're putting yourself above anyone else, it's not going to work. It's not. And same thing with white people when they still fucking do that shit like, well, I'm superior, blah, blah. What is that solving?
Yeah.
And a lot of them aren't. A lot of them fucking suck.
Yeah.
You know? Just from my own personal experience. How long have we been recording for?
Almost an hour.
Oh my God. I just had the thought. I'm like, I've been talking a long time.
No, it's fine.
If you were still listening at this point in the episode, I'm not even going to edit in the clap. We're
going to actually clap.
Because holy
fuck.
fuck.
For the homies.
Yeah. Because holy fuck. But I had to say that because...
Also, can I just say, too, I've seen, like, a lot of, you know, comments, too, about, like, if you've ever said anything racist in your life, you're a bad person and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. I know I've said some shit when I was younger because I didn't really understand what I was saying.
Right.
Like a lot of people do. Especially 10 years ago. The comedy style back then was way more edgy than it is now.
Yeah, the climate.
People were just trying to be racist and like offensive any way that they could. So race always came into it. And I know I've said to my black friends before, like, sit your black ass down. Like, I said shit like that. You know, I obviously don't think that way anymore. You know, we've evolved as people, and I could confidently say a lot of people have evolved from that.
Right.
There's still some, of course, but a lot of people who said shit like that back then have said it to be edgy and have said it to, you know, make a statement pretty much.
Sorry, I had to fix your mic because sometimes it sounds like you're sitting too far away.
Oh, sorry. But, and I know what I said was fucking wrong, but it doesn't mean I think that way. I was just trying to be funny, you know? Just like a lot of other people are probably trying to be funny and edgy or whatever.
Yeah, but that's just life, though. You fucking, when you get older, you realize, like, oh, I probably shouldn't say that. That's not nice, you know?
Yeah.
And, like...
But to hold... And here's the other part of it, too. To hold people accountable for something they have said over a decade ago is fucking ridiculous. Let it go.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're still holding on to all that shit. That is a personal problem on you and God. Literally.
Yeah.
It's like... Why do we have to keep condemning people for saying shit from over a decade ago when you're not even the same person you were a decade ago?
Right.
People change constantly. You know? Clearly, by the state of the world, you know? People are changing constantly. So, let's give people a break who are trying to be better, you know? And learn from the shit they've said 10 years ago and just let it go. But if they still feel that in their heart, yeah, then maybe, you know, you should get rid of that person.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, people who are trying to make a conscious effort to be better and to be more respectful of people and, like, their race and whatever, don't give them a hard fucking time. Just let them live.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It's like, because I'm so sick of seeing news reports about this celebrity tweeted this 10 years ago and is getting called out for it. It was 10 fucking years ago. It's like, leave them alone.
I mean, honestly.
It's like, people were so different in 2010 or 2009 even. Think about the world in 2009.
I don't want to.
Kids in 2009 are teenagers now. Like, I don't know. Well, almost teenagers. They've grown the fuck up. It's a completely different... Like, think about 1990 to 2000, how different people were. In 2000 to 2010. How different the world has gotten in 10 years. So stop holding people, holding that shit above people's heads. Because I'm tired of it. It's like, just let that... How are they going to move on from the past and you keep going back to it?
Well, exactly.
Let's just let people try and be better and move the fuck on.
Case in point, everybody needs to collectively grow the fuck up.
Seriously. Seeing grown adults with children arguing on Facebook. I'm like, give me a fucking break.
I know, honestly. So with that being said...
fuck everything.
Fuck it. Oh my God, fuck everything.
Oh my God, I'm so tired of it. It's like, just grow up.
I know. I'm tired of looking at it. My head hurts.
I know.
And
closing note, this is all I'm going to say. I love people of all races, especially the black people during this time. And I'm on your side, Everyone needs to be equal, but we need to give extra attention to the black community right now because this has been a problem for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be a fucking idiot. Support a cause, don't make it worse.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. I mean,
what else can you say,
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I understand this is a prevalent issue still. But you gotta be smart about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be fucking stupid. It's not gonna get fixed. It's gonna keep coming back and coming back and coming back if you don't fucking learn now.
Mm-hmm.
It's... Honestly, more than anything, it just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart that people feel the need to be so negative.
Yeah.
And to be so... ignorant towards a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm fucking on Facebook reading this, that, the other thing, blah, 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 I'm just like, I don't even know how to feel anymore.
Me either.
It just really bums me out. So we had to talk about this today because I haven't.
I know.
Other than like with you, like in our own personal time. Like,
I've talked to you and I've talked to my boyfriend about this and that's about it.
Yeah, same. Like
I haven't really talked to friends or anything about it, to be honest, because everyone's been putting their shit on Facebook. I don't really need to message them.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah, and no one's asked me what my opinion is, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I will only give my opinion if it's asked.
Yeah.
I won't just interject it, whatever. No. Well, why? It wasn't asked for. Why am I going to do that?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I'm going to go take a nap.
Yeah. I'm going to put in... We're going to keep going with the black metal theme today. I'm putting in Ravencult.
Awesome.
Because my boyfriend Quinn, hi Quinn, love you. He's been obsessed with this album. I think it's called Morbid Blood. And he's like, you have to listen to this. So I did. And he's right, I had to listen to it. I've heard of Ravencult. Okay, here's the thing about me. It's like, I listen to black metal, but I don't fuck with it heavy like I do with death metal. You know what I mean?
Oh, girl, you gonna learn, though.
Oh, I'm learning. I'm kind of picky about my black metal, I'm not gonna lie. But this is so good. I'm like, damn.
Oh, you gonna learn real
Putting in
quick.
Winds of Damnation because that song fucking... It slaps. It rips.
It slaps.
Yeah. Fucking rules, as you say.
Oh, dude, it rules. Yeah.
So, yeah. That's the song I'm putting in because, we are talking about black issues, so black metal's kind of appropriate, don't you think? I'm sorry, that was a distasteful joke.
I'm going to throw you out the window.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, I know.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to lighten the mood, y'all. That was a serious conversation. My head is spinning. We're talking about that.
I just want to go take a nap more
Same.
than anything.
I'm going to go take a 5-hour depression nap.
I'm going to go drink some warm milk and go nap. And the
like
words,
Tommy Pickles.
Like Tommy Pickles.
Jesus
I'm going to
Christ.
get my teddy bear and take a nap.
Uh-huh.
It's going to happen.
Oh my God. Anyway, Ravencult fucking rules. Putting them in.
We're going to fuck with that today.
Yep. And thank you for listening to us rant. I know we get episodes like this sometimes, but I swear we are going to come back with something so lighthearted.
Yeah.
Like, this episode, the next episode is going to be so light, you could barely hold it because it's just floating away.
I know, we're going to do something better, but we had to talk about this.
We did.
You know, like, it's just too prevalent right now to ignore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and because usually we're pretty good at, like, yeah, we know this is happening, but we won't really get into it. But no, today we not only went into it, we went tits deep.
Oh my God. It was like quicksand.
Yeah.
Literally.
Still, side note, one of my favorite videos on the internet is the 5 stages of grief.
Oh, from Robot Chicken with the giraffe.
It's one of my favorite things in existence.
Oh my God. I have to
And
find
he
that.
gets pissed. He's like, motherfucker. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Oh my gosh.
As someone who has had to learn about the 5 stages of grief and also learn that it's a load of horse shit, that is one of my favorite clips ever.
Mm-hmm.
Just by the way, that's not how grief works.
We'll get into that on another episode.
Episode. I know, more lighthearted content for your audible pressure. Can't talk. Pleasure.
Press 1 now if you'd like to hear more about the 5 stages of grief and how it's a load of shit.
Press 2 to be redirected to the exorcism hotline.
Oh my God, that's one of the funniest things we ever talked about on this show.
The fucking exorcist hotline. I have a clip of that saved on my phone for whatever reason.
Oh my
I went
God.
back and listened to that. I'm like, that shit is ridiculous. You know? Just like... if you're having trouble with the scripture... like, what the fuck was wrong with us? I need to go to bed.
I know. I need the Lord, honestly.
You need the Lord?
In a miracle.
I need some chicken tenders.
Next week, chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders, the podcast.
My God, we should just do a whole episode where all we do is eat chicken tenders, but don't say anything about it.
That would drive me fucking... Because going back and editing that, I would kill myself. Because can't.
People really hate chewing noises.
Oh.
Never mind.
Well, some people love it. That ASMR shit.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot listen to it.
I can't listen to people chew. I can listen... Or, like, mouth noises, like... You know? Sorry. I was like, that's gonna annoy you.
I guarantee you future me threw my headphones off in disgust.
But, like, I like ASMR, like, weird things, like people cutting kinetic sand and, like, walking in heels on, like, a marble floor. Very specific. But, like...
You ever watch Baumgartner Restoration?
Yes.
Like, he does...
Oh, like ASMR restoration videos?
Yeah.
There's a guy I watch called Rescue and Restore who restores, like, all these old, like, 50s and 40s, like, toys and, like, stuff like that.
That makes me happy.
Oh, it's beautiful. And it's no volume except for just him, like no music, I mean. Except for him just, like, working on the shit. Oh, my God.
I know. That's, like, the Baumgartner Restoration. You hear, like, the painting and when he strips the canvas.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
And I watch a channel called Peaceful Cuisine. It's the same thing, but he cooks. Oh, it's amazing. Anyway, we're doing the Lebanese goodbye.
Next week, ASMR.
ASMR chicken nuggets.
And I'm going to get real quiet. I know, right? Yeah. Just like, no, chicken tenders.
Oh, chicken tenders, sorry.
Just like, hey, everyone. We're going to eat some fucking chicken tenders. Fuck, now you got me saying it. No, wait, no, chicken tenders.
Yeah.
I thought you said chicken nuggets. God, I need to go to bed. We're going to eat some chicken tenders. I hope everyone enjoys this. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please rate the podcast 5 stars. Is anyone else annoyed? Because I'm annoyed at myself.
I know, it just tickled your eardrum, sorry.
I'm sorry. We're ending this episode on a light note.
Yep.
So
we're getting the fuck out of here. Enjoy all the black metal.
Thank you for letting us get that off our chests collectively.
We will see you hopefully sooner than 2 months.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that long.
But we will be back sooner than that for sure.
Yep.
So, okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
again.